Welcome in everybody to Ben's Restaurant in Berlin Center, Ohio. This is funny. Chris Colucci, Chris Pater, Chris Pater. Three Chris's, one interview. I'm excited for this one. My uncle, my cousin. Good interview. Guys, great season so far. 10 and 1. Little Chris, tell me about how you guys performed last week and what you see coming up from Cuyahoga Heights.
Last week, I think we really showed out. We started out, played a full game, which is very important to us because we haven't done that very often this year. So playing a full game, really putting points on the board and starting strong, propelled us into this playoff week 2 into Cuyahoga Heights. And I think Cuyahoga Heights is a very good team. They're well-rounded, got a good front. Their skill positions are very good. So, they're just a well-rounded team overall.
Big Chris, how emotionally, like to you, is it you played for Western Reserve? Now you get to see your son be quarterback for Western Reserve. What are your thoughts? He took over quarterback this year, was playing receiver, running back, a whole bunch of different positions last year, but now he's kind of got his offensive position this year with quarterback. To you as a parent, being through this school, watching your kid go to this school, how do you feel?
I mean, it's exciting, obviously, right? He's having a pretty good year so far, and hopefully it continues. The team's playing great so far. Got a long road ahead of him, hopefully, but it's different, right? You're out of school now. You see the difference, right?
Yeah.
You're standing in the stands watching football, and you wish it could be back down there again, right? And I'm clearly too old to do that nowadays. I can only imagine what would happen if I stepped in that field. But watching my son play now, it's super exciting, right? It's what I didn't expect, him being a quarterback. I don't know anything about being a quarterback, right? I just, like when before with him, he just wanted to hit somebody,
Yeah.
right? Now he can't do that as a quarterback, right? I mean, he does. He does. He does. The coach doesn't like it, right? The coach wants to wring his neck when he's doing that stuff, but it's a whole different ball game for me because I really don't understand the position, right? I know it's his job just to get the ball where it's supposed to be, but I didn't have to worry about that. So, it's a learning curve for me. It's exciting to watch. It's like get to watch broken plays turn into something. It's exciting. It gets the fans riled up. I enjoy it, obviously. Most importantly to me is he plays hard during the game and doesn't give up, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't quit and doesn't throw temper tantrums when things don't go his way, because that's about the only thing that I yell about, really, honestly, right? We really don't talk too much after the game, right? I don't think I've ever yelled at him after a football game, because what's important to me is that he's out there hustling and being a good teammate, and so he's done those things, which makes me super proud as a dad, and hopefully he keeps doing those things, and if not, that'll be the only time that I really get involved, right?
Yeah.
And that's I'm a little bit older school of a dad, right? We'll talk a little bit differently.
Yeah.
If I ever see him throw a helmet or something like that, it's going to be a long night.
I think I've probably thrown a few temper tantrums growing up, just being around, and I've had an Uncle Chris sitting down and talking to. Chris, what is you played multiple positions last year. You're all over the offense, all over defense. What's the biggest transition from going from a receiver, running back, to now you're the quarterback, you're in charge of the field, you're in charge of calling the plays. If you need an audible to something you don't like, you're going to change it. What's it like going from, running back, receiver to quarterback?
It's really just everybody looks towards you. Out at receiver, I was a captain, but the plays weren't in my hands all the time. So now it's in my hands, and everybody's looking to me to make something happen, or if something goes wrong, they look to me to fix it.
This team is special. This team is very special. It's one of the best teams Reserve's seen in a very long time. What's so special about this team to be in the Week 12 and wanting to go farther?
Our brotherhood, 100% our brotherhood. We have great athletes, we have great guys up front, but it's our brotherhood that leads us farther. Alessi today was actually talking about going into combat, how he would do it for the guy sitting to the left and to the right of him, and not for himself. It would be for his brothers.
As a parent in the stands, obviously this team's super special. What do you see that brings everyone together?
Yeah, I mean, it's a leadership thing, clearly, right? Between just the coaches and what they've taught these kids about being together, right? And some of the things that I noticed, as a parent who's been watching football at West Reserve my whole life, played there, been a part of it. This group of kids doesn't get down on each other, like old groups used to, right?
Yeah.
So they're picking each other up, right? They're trying to build each other back. We've all made dumb plays in our lives.
Yep.
We've all played football. We've all done knucklehead things, right? So, sometimes you mess up, and you don't need people dwelling on you, right?
Yeah.
What you need to do is build that person up, and I think all of them have done a great job doing that, right? Trying to pick each other back up, I remember he threw an interception during the McDonald game, as one example, and as the quarterback's dad up there in a close game, I'm kind of, listening to the fans going, "Come on, Chris," and it's tough, you're up there listening to it, but the team got behind him again. The defense had a great stop, and they were able to stop that drive that they had, and they stepped up, and they all were part of picking each other up and making sure that the game finished out the way it did.
Yeah. Now, you're lucky to some other parents because you still have another year of him playing football. I know Mrs. Darney's getting interviewed tonight, and I interviewed Mrs. Riccardi last week. This is their last ride with their boys playing football. This is their senior year. That's it.
Right.
How are you as a parent going to cherish every moment of him playing high school sports?
So like the Darney family, obviously Jack's a great athlete, right? They got another one coming up, and she's also, an amazing athlete. And Dom's had a killer season. He's been a great athlete, from Pee Wee's on up. I've already gone through it, right? This is my last one. I had my oldest daughter Brooke play sports. I had my daughter Olivia play sports. So I've seen how fast it goes, and so what I do differently than a lot of parents is I sit up there surprisingly with my mouth shut, and I just enjoy
Shocker.
it, right? It is a shocker, right? I'm not known for my quietness, but I just kind of sit back and enjoy the moment because I do know how fast it goes, and I am fortunate that he's got another year, so I get to watch him again. But I used to be a lot more vocal until I realized, that one, I looked like an idiot, right? You're up there screaming for no reason, right? So sit back, enjoy these little moments. They go by quick. I go up there, I mind my own business, and lean against the fence, and just watch my son play football, watch a team play, and hopefully they put together a good game.
Now, I can mute his headset so he can't hear us, but in your opinion, you know where I'm probably going with this. Out of the three of your kids,
come on.
who's the best athlete?
Well, I think all of my kids were great athletes, and the most important thing to me was that they all worked hard to do what they were doing, right? So are they all on different levels? Yeah, they're all on different levels, right? But the only thing that mattered to me is that they were putting the work in to be the best athlete that they could be. So that's what matters to me.
Politician.
It's okay. You can
You
answer the question.
politician.
You can answer
Were
the
you on the
question.
ballot today? I think he was on the ballot today.
Hey, you can answer the question. It's all right. Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Wait,
no,
what's our
I
name?
don't want to get him in
What's
trouble.
our name? What's our name?
Bader.
All
right.
Guys, thank you so much. This was fun. Next year, for sure, we'll be doing something like this again.
Yeah, great.
Good luck Friday. Cuyahoga Heights, big game. I can't wait. It's going to be at Western Reserve.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Do you think I was going to say our name's Chris, and that's why we're sticking together?
No, it was because Chris is the best athlete.
The Chris's are pretty good athletes at this table,
Yeah.
Times have changed since I played football, clearly.
Yep.
Right? I was slow, and I think I was probably bald in high school for all I know. I can't remember. These kids all got hair now. So, yeah, good luck, guys. I hope you have a great season, and go from there.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Thanks, Fur.